Hey friends, and welcome to the channel. So obviously this video is about damage to our Airstream, but I wanted to give you a little bit of background because this video is a little different than what I normally do. So back in January of this year, 2025, our trailer was damaged. We had a large palm frond land, boom, right on the back of the trailer. And my first instinct at that time was not to take a bunch of pictures. It was to get the palm frond off the rig and mitigate the damage. So like I already said, I started this video back in January of 2025. It's now December of 2025. And like a bonehead, I lost the SD card that the original footage was on. Also, I had just gotten a new camera, the one I'm recording this on now, and I wasn't real comfortable with using it. So I was using my phone a lot for my recordings back then. And my phone was damaged and I lost a ton of pictures and footage because, again, like a bonehead, I didn't have it all backed up. So I did find the SD card after it was lost, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and make the video. Now, it's bits and pieces of the footage, so I do have to fill in here and there. So I wanted to kind of give an explanation before you actually watch the video. So let's go ahead and get started. So remember, the video is kind of piecemeal together, and it's going to start off with the morning that we were leaving to go get the repair done. So let's go to that.
Hey, good morning and welcome to the channel. I'm Gary, and today on Sandswept Journeys we are going to take our beautiful Airstream in for repairs. We have got a big dent in the roof, which I'll show you some pictures of in a little bit, but I'm going to get her hooked up and we got to head up to the central part of the state, St. Cloud, Florida, and drop it off at Vintage Metal Trailers. We got a guy up there that's highly recommended. It's going to do some repair work for us, and looking forward to getting this thing fixed. Don't like the fact that we have to have a rig up there for a week or so, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Living full-time in your Airstream or your RV, sometimes these kind of things happen. One of the things that I like to do is walk around in the morning with a cup of coffee and just take a look at everything, make sure everything's good, and just get a kind of a precursory look at what I'm doing. But I'll bring you along as I get it hooked up. So, cheers.
So what happened was that we were at a campsite and there were some huge, big, beautiful coconut palms around us, and they were well maintained, they were well groomed, didn't even think anything about it. We had kind of a freak windstorm come up, and one of the palm fronds decided it had given up and it was going to fall on us, and it did, and it fell right across the back of the trailer. Now, this palm tree was probably, I want to say, 30 or 40 feet tall, and the palm fronds alone are probably 12 feet long. They're massive and they weigh a lot, and it did a fair amount of damage to the trailer. So I'm going to take you to that footage now, where it's a lot of stills and one little short video. But I'm going to do a voiceover and cover what happened and how the damage occurred. So like I said, big palm frond fell across the back of the trailer and it was massive. This is the dent, and as you can see, it creased it in. The picture doesn't really do it justice. This crease is about 18 inches long and it's a good 2.5 inches deep. And I mean, it made a tremendous sound when it hit. Now, the damage actually extends across to the other side of the rig as well. In this shot, you can see the damage that goes on that center panel. I was actually able to pull a lot of the big dents out of this panel before we took it to get repaired. If you look at the top of the panel, you'll see where the crease goes along the back and then circles around by the third marker light, and you'll see a big dent by that third marker light. That entire area was caved in.
I pulled it up with a big suction cup because I didn't want it to hold water. And you can also see that I put a bunch of lap seam sealer over the gaps because that seam got pulled away. You'll be able to see it a little bit in the video I'm going to show you in a second. But that was just to help mitigate any water intrusion. Here's a quick video of that seam before I put the lap seal on, and you can see where the original sealant has been pulled out all along that area. And again, just trying to mitigate any water intrusion.
So I have to tell you, when your Airstream gets damaged and this way, it hurts. I mean, it's a painful experience. And the sound that it makes when something that large lands on top of the aluminum trailer is, oh my God, it's horrible. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. And it's one of those sounds that just kind of makes you sick to your stomach. And it's horrible, like I said. And then when you go out and you actually see the damage and you realize how extensive it is and how much time it's going to take to get the repair done, it's unbelievable. So going through an experience like this is bad enough just when you own an Airstream or an RV, but we live in this trailer full time. This is our home. And now we have to send it in for repairs for what could be 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. We're not even sure. And it just adds to the frustration and the heartbreak and just the whole experience just being made that much more difficult. So remember, if this is a lifestyle that you want to live, you have to account for things like this, and you have to have somewhere to go. Luckily, we had family members that we could stay with, and hopefully didn't burden them too much. At least we tried not to, but we were able to stay with a family member for a few weeks while the repair was getting done, and we can't thank them enough for that. So we have all this damage done to the trailer, and I actually popped some of it out myself, which I already described. But there was stuff that obviously I couldn't fix, and there was damage to the trailer that was just going to have to be repaired, and panels needed to be replaced. So I did what I could, and I made sure that I put some sealant over the seams to try to make sure there was no water intrusion. Got all that stuff done. And then the process of insurance and getting quotes and things, all of that started. So obviously we've had auto insurance claims in the past, but we've never had a claim on an Airstream. So we had no idea what to expect. And our insurance company was great. Our insurance adjuster was great and took the time to explain it all to us. Calling the different workshops around, we talked to Jackson Center at Airstream. We talked to Airstream of Tampa. We talked to a couple of other repair shops. And everybody was very willing to help us. And they were all very willing to take money to do the repair. It was just when they could get it in and when and how the repair was going to be done. And also, of course, who was going to pay for it. So one of the companies, which I'm going to leave their name out, they were very well reviewed. They have a great reputation, but whoever I talked to on the phone really turned me off. And they wanted a deposit up front before even really seeing anything. I sent them a couple of pictures, and I talked to him on the phone. The guy said, okay, well, send me some money and we'll get all the parts ordered, and then we'll get you in here and we'll get you squared away. And he kept pushing for that, and that just made me uncomfortable. Talked to a couple other places, and it's kind of the same story. Not necessarily that they wanted money up front, but they were very pushy about, well, let's get you in here, let's do this. And they weren't really forthcoming with a lot of information. And again, didn't make me feel real comfortable. So we decided we're just going to go for the dealership and get it done there. We were kind of reluctant because we've heard good things and bad things about dealership repairs. And even though we have a little bit of a relationship with Airstream of Tampa, I was a little reluctant. I've seen some of the work they do, and they do good work. But anytime you're dealing with a dealership, you're going to have to deal with all of the troubles that go along with it. So as luck would have it, we were at an Airstream rally, and of course, everybody wanted to come and see the dent in the trailer. And one of the gentlemen that came to see it, he works as a rep for Zip-D awnings in Florida. And he knew a guy that does very good work, so he gave me his information and actually took the time to reach out to him and see if this was something he wanted to do. So I got a hold of Rick at Vintage Metal Trailers, and I have to tell you, in almost the very first moment that I spoke to him, I was convinced this is who I wanted to do the work. He was very forthcoming with information. He wanted to get a bunch of pictures from me. He never asked for anything up front until way into the process and said, okay, this is where we are. This is what we want to do. If you want us to do the repair, we're going to need X amount of dollars to get the parts ordered so we can get them sent to us. And he just made me feel super comfortable. I'm so glad that we went with him. But going through this process is a little different. The insurance process for an Airstream, I don't know if it's the same with all RVs, but the insurance process for an Airstream is different. They actually, you give them all the information and they send you a quote. And the quote is for essentially what is a deposit. And it's not a lot of money. And we kept scratching our heads and going, where's the rest of it? This is going to be well in excess of $10,000, and they're only giving us a few $1,000s. What's going on? And it took us a little while to realize that the process is they give you the deposit or the upfront money in the beginning, and then they work out all of the details with the repair shop on the balance of the repairs. This repair was in excess of $11,000 to do the whole thing. So it's a little interesting how the process goes, and you do have to be patient and you have to ask a lot of questions. So hopefully you never find yourself in this position, but if you do, just remember, ask a lot of questions and understand that there's a process and you just have to get through the process. So after we got the rig up to Vintage Metal Trailers, they sent us a whole bunch of pictures and kept us up to date on the entire progress of the repair, and were just wonderful to work with, and lots of communication back and forth. I can't say enough about them. So let's take a look at those pictures real quick.
I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but obviously you can see they have to get off all of the sealant, and then they have to start drilling out all the rivets individually, and very time consuming and precise process. Obviously things like awnings and name badges and things like that all have to be removed. And then of course the new panels have to be fitted and cut to shape and all drilled all out. And then it gets all put back together and finished up. And then of course they do a pressure test and make sure there's no leaks. But they just do really nice work up here. We were super happy with the end result.
So we got the rig up to Vintage Metal Trailers. Beautiful shop. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of that, just of us leaving in the morning. So the next thing you're going to see is us going to pick the trailer up and a little quick tour of the shop up there.
Today we are picking up our Airstream at Vintage Metal Trailers, and it came out beautiful. Really came out great. Get you spun around here so you can take a look. So here's our rig right here. It looks fantastic. Show you the back up here. I'll show you where the damage was as we come around. Here at Vintage Metal Trailers, this is Rick, the owner over here, and his son Jack. And we are picking up our rig. They did a beautiful job on it. I'm going to show you around their shop a little bit. So you can see what they do. They do a lot of work here. They do complete frame-off restorations, and we'll give you a little glimpse of that. Can't show you everything because they do have their trade secrets, but come along, and we'll take you on the journey.
Sounds good.
Real quick tour. They obviously do frame-off restoration, so here's a frame that's getting prepped for a job that they're doing, and axles that are going to go underneath it. And then here's just a quick overview of their shop, and they do about 95% of the work in-house. They do bring a few things in, do a lot of CAD stuff. This trailer is absolutely stunning, and all this woodwork is being done in-house and being modernized and brought up to more modern standards with the plumbing and electrical, obviously. And they also do work on argosies, and here's a really nice example of an argosy that's being redone and restored and brought up again to the more modern standard with all the wiring and plumbing, and just absolutely beautiful work. And again, all done in-house, paintwork, everything. They just do a really remarkable job. And take a look at this countertop. This is going to be really beautiful going into another project. little bit more sensitive area here. Can't show you a whole lot, but this Airstream here is one of only 5 known, and it is truly spectacular. The canned ham look. Didn't even know they made these, but it's really something. He is going to restore this back to its original glory. And of course, this other rig next to it is going to be equally as spectacular when it's done. You get an idea of the layout of this one inside. Kind of hard to see, it's dark, but all the beautiful aluminum work, air conditioning, just stunning. And here's a few more rigs that they have in the queue getting ready. All right, Rick, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you very much.
And tell everybody how they can get a hold of you and where you're located real quick.
You can find us in Central Florida in St. Cloud, or you can look us up at vintagemetaltrailers.com, and all the info and links to Facebook and Instagram are right there on my page.
Well, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you.
We'll be in touch.
Yep.
So I was going to go ahead and wrap this one up, and I want to thank you for your time and for watching the video. And as always, please take the time to like and throw us a subscribe. We really enjoyed, all of the comments that you guys send us as well. They're always great to read, and I love to respond to them. So, hey, friends, get out there and do some camping. Stay safe, and remember, life is all about the journey. We'll see you in the next one.